friends, today we will make a free energy generator using ferrite induction coils. So these are some of the ferrite induction coils in 4 quantity. We will use this and try to generate free energy using a magnet and a motor. When the magnet rotates in between these ferrite coil, what quantity of EMF may be generated, we can check and generate a free energy by using these type of ferrite coils. Copper windings are done over these ferrite coils, and we will connect these all 4 ferrite coils in series connection and try to rotate a magnet in front of that and see that the flux linking with these ferrite core materials may generate a free energy, and what quantity of energy can be generated, we can check it with the help of a multimeter. Let's try this experiment using this ferrite core. So for this, first of all, we have to make a arrangement using the goods so that we can mount these ferrite 4 cores. So we will use these 4 number of sticks and make a shape such that square shape is obtained, so that we can stick this ferrite cores in this square and see that EMF is generated when magnetic field rotates in front of this core. So now we'll start fixing all these sticks in a shape of a square by applying a glue to all these sticks. So one by one we will apply the glue and start fixing it in a square shape. So once the arrangement of square shape with the sticks is be finished, we will mount the ferrite coils in between these square. So we have completed the arrangement of the square. Let it dry properly. Once this square we have made, next we will connect these ferrite cores wounded with the insulated copper wire. We will connect these all coils in series one by one. Already it is connected in series. Next one more is there. We will connect these in series and see that they are arranged in the inside a square box. So we will connect all these in series connection. Once all 4 are connected in series, next we will arrange this ferrite core inside the square arrangement so that we can link a magnetic flux to generate EMF in the coil. So once all these 4 ferrite cores are connected in series, next we will arrange this core inside this square arrangement. So one by one we will fix it by applying a glue in the center of the all four sides of the arrangement. So once it has been done, next one by one we will fix this core in the arrangement. So once all the four arrangements are done, next two terminals we will take it out. Fix tightly to the board. Once it is been done, next of the terminal from one side we will fix this using the glue gun, the two terminals, so that we can fix.
Please friends, don't forget to subscribe the channel. Your support and subscription will help me to create more videos. So don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you very much.
Once it is been done, next we will make a stand to fix this arrangement above this and try to rotate a magnetic field in between these cores and try to generate a EMF in the coil and check what quantity of EMF can be generated in the coil. So once it is been done, next we will fix two stand above which we can manage to fix this arrangement so that we can rotate a magnetic field in between these coils and see that what quantity of EMF may be generated. So for that we will fix this arrangement over two stands of wood and try to rotate a magnet in between this coil and see what quantity of EMF may be generated. Fix the two stand according to the measurement and see what quantity of where we can arrange this. So once it is been done, next we have to fix another stand here, mark it with a pen. Next we will fix another stand here opposite to this. So apply the glue and fix this stand. In such a way that these are parallel to each other. So once it is been fixed, now we will try to arrange this arrangement above this stand so that we can rotate a magnetic field in between these coils. So next we will apply the glue over this arrangement and fix this stand above this. So once it is been done, next the two terminal which we have done here, we will try to connect the terminals to these arrangements so as to get the EMF which is generated in the coil. So we will remove the insulation so as to properly solder it. Once it has been done, next we will remove the insulation of the coil and try to solder it. Both the endings of the coil. Next we will solder the another winding. After doing that, next once it is been done, next we will connect this terminal with a forward bias diode and a filter capacitor to the terminals. So once it is been done, next we will connect this terminal to the forward bias diode. So this forward bias diode is used to filter out, used to rectify the generated alternating current into direct current. A half wave rectification is done. Next we will connect the filter capacitor to remove out the residual AC and to generate a pure DC. So once it is connected, next connect the another terminal of the coil to the terminals. Once everything is completed, here we have connected to 4 ferrite cores wounded with a insulated copper wire and fixed in a series connection, and the two ends of the coil are taken and connected to the forward bias diode and a filter capacitor. The forward bias diode converts the generated alternating current into a direct current. The capacitor filter out the residual AC and generate a pure DC. Next we will try to connect a motor in front of this coil in order to link a maximum flux linking the coil. So we will take a flywheel and fix it to the shaft of the motor. Once it is been fixed, next we will mount a magnet, a round magnet over this shaft so that we can apply a glue over the shaft and connect the we'll fix the round magnet above this shaft. See that it is connected at the proper center of the magnet. Let it dry. Till then we will connect the terminals to the motor. Connect the two terminals to the motor. So once the terminals are connected, check whether the magnet is free to move. Once it is been free to move, next we will fix this arrangement. Let the terminals be one side of the arrangement. Once it is been done, next we will fix the motor with the magnet in between this coil so that the magnet moves in between this coil underneath of these ferrite cores with a copper coil and thus generating EMF. So we will fix this magnet with the fixed with a shaft of the motor to rotate in between these coils, and thus maximum flux linking with the coil changes and EMF may be generated. Next we will fix this magnet beneath the coil. So above this stand we will fix the motor. Once the glue is applied, next we will fix the motor. Once the motor is been fixed, try to fix this arrangement underneath of this coil so that the magnet will link the maximum flux in between these coils. So once it is been done, next we will fit the screw. So once it is been done, next we will apply a glue under the base of this and fix it beneath the base of the coil so that maximum flux may link. So once it is been fixed, try to rotate the magnet and check whether easy to rotate. Once it is been done, next we will fix the terminals of the motor so that maximum flux may link the coil. So we'll remove the insulation of the coil. And connect the terminals of the motor with the two terminals. So once it is been done, all the things are being completed. So here we have connected the motor with the shaft having the magnet which is rotating under the base of this ferrite core wounded with insulated copper wire, and when this magnet with the motor rotates this magnet in between beneath this ferrite cores, the flux will linking with this ferrite cores changes. Ferrite cores, the insulated copper wire which is wounded, the flux linking with the coil changes and EMF may be generated. We can check what quantity of EMF may be generated using multimeter. So for that we have to give a maximum torque to the magnet and see whether the EMF is generated or not. So with the help of and we can give a maximum torque to the magnet and see whether it is able to generate EMF or not. So with the hand we can give a maximum torque to the motor and see whether EMF can be generated or not. So with the hand we can give a So once the torque is given, the magnet starts to rotate and thus generating the EMF in the coil. Here the coil is arranged in such a way that these coils are kept above the magnet which is rotating in between these coils. The magnet is rotating in between these coils in such a way that the motor thus generating the EMF in the coil. The magnet starts to rotate beneath the coil, and thus the maximum flux linking with the coil changes and EMF is generated in the coil, thus driving the motor and generating a EMF. Next we will check what quantity of EMF may be generated with the help of multimeter and connect the bulb and check how the EMF is being generated. Once the motor starts to rotate, EMF is generated in the coil. Next, with the help of multimeter, we can check what quantity of EMF is being generated. So I have fixed the multimeter to the range of 20 volt DC and check what quantity of EMF is being generated. Nearly 3.65 volt is being generated in a pure form of DC. So here you can see that 3.6263 amount of DC voltage is being generated after rectification. Next, with the help of the bulb, we can check. We'll connect the extension board. And see whether the bulb glows or not. Next, we will connect the extension board and check whether the bulb glows or not. So once the extension board is connected, now we will check with the bulb whether it will glow or not. So here the glowing of bulb indicates that EMF is generated in the coil. This works over the principle of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, stating that whenever the flux linking with the coil changes, EMF is generated.